Dano here. Yesterday, Mad Dog said that 9-4 49ers are the scariest team in the NFC right now. Are you high on them as well? Do you agree?
Well, that's a dumb thing to say, Mad Dog. But I will say this. Kyle Shanahan, who's their head coach, has been to 3 Super Bowls. It's his best coaching job.
Yeah.
He's had to play 2 quarterbacks. His star tight end missed significant amounts of time. Their number 1, their number 2, number 3 receiver have all missed time. The number 1 receiver has not played this year. They lost their best defensive player, their second best defensive player, and their first-round draft pick, who was a defensive player. The fact that they are 9-4 is an unbelievable coaching job by him and his staff. It's also Christian McCaffrey re-establishing the importance that he is to his team and how great of a player he is. I would have him fourth in my MVP right now. What Kyle Shanahan is doing right now and the fact that this is a playoff contending football team, it feels like they will be in the playoffs as well, is absolutely unbelievable.
And they've won in Seattle.
But they're not one of those series.
I think that's scary because of the coaching factor. Quarterback showdown we have in Buffalo Sunday. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are going to visit Josh Allen and the Bills, who are trying to keep pace with the Patriots in the AFC East. Meanwhile, Cincinnati will try to keep their slim, but still have them, playoff hopes alive. They are 3-0 in games Joe Burrow started this season. They have been 1-8 when he is out. He will play, though, this weekend. Which offense, though, do we think will ball out more in this one? Ryan Clark, Bengals or Bills?
Well, I think the Bengals are the better offense, and I think that's the team that will play better this week. That doesn't mean that the Bengals win the game.
Yeah.
Like that's the first thing I want to say. What I have loved about what we've seen in recent weeks from the Cincinnati Bengals is they're starting to get Chase Brown going a little bit, right? We're seeing some explosive runs. We're seeing physicality in the run game. And when you watched Joe Burrow operate, and it was something like you almost forgot, right? Because you saw Joe Flacco be able to create this yardage and these explosive plays to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and you almost forgot just how damn good Joe Burrow is, how he understands exactly what he's getting offensively and where to go with the football right away, the way he can place the ball anywhere he wants it offensively. And when you think about the back end of the Buffalo Bills and also how susceptible the Buffalo Bills are to teams who are willing to consistently call the run, I think the Cincinnati Bengals will have a day offensively.
T. Higgins supposed to be back this weekend as well. What do you think?
I think both offenses have a lot of success in this one, but I'm in agreement with Brian. And I love that you highlighted the run game because it's important given the matchup, right? This Bills defense has been somewhat better against the run last week, played more base defense, Shaq Thompson on the field. They put 3 linebackers on the field, though, against Cincinnati. They'll throw on them, and I think that's what I love watching, about this offense right now with Joe Burrow back at quarterback, is they can beat you a number of different ways. I also don't think the Bills corners match up well with these. Nobody matches up well with. So I think, and maybe someone will make the case for Allen. I think he'll have success as well. I just think this Bengals offense can beat you in different ways right now, whereas the Bills offense is more one-dimensional.
Yeah, who gets the 35 first
right,
is
yeah,
how I feel about the game. If this game was in Cincinnati, I would say the Bengals. This game's in Buffalo, I'm going to say Buffalo. Buffalo at home, 25 touchdowns this year, 15 punts. Buffalo on the road, 15 touchdowns, 21 punts. It's just a completely different offensive unit at home. Will both tackles play? I think it's funny to talk about the game. It's like, what defense that we saw from each team last week is more real?
Yeah.
Buffalo defensively was really good against not a great offense in Pittsburgh, but at least they were physical and stopped the run. And Cincinnati, I was like, what? Why is Cincinnati's defense playing so good? Barrett Carter at linebacker was all over the field. And so it's like, which one of those units is a little bit more reality, I guess? And just because Buffalo's home, I would take their offense.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the tough part about this is, like, for Al Golden, they were still giving up explosive plays.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Jordan Battle just makes an unbelievable play on the goal line on Isaiah Likely, right, who's loose with the football. And so you think to yourself, the Bills are going to move the ball. It's going to be about who makes the most important play in that game. In the critical football moment, in situational football, can one of these defenses come up with a stop? And I think that's what says who wins this game.
And I'd also say this, one of the reasons that Buffalo is in kind of the situation that they've been in this year is they've given the ball away.
Yeah.
And even last week, they had 2 early turnovers as an offense, and you're sitting there going, is it going to happen again? If they do that, they won't win. Because if you turn the ball over with an okay defense versus this offense, they'll hang 40 on you, even in Buffalo.
Just out of curiosity, you like the Bengals or Bills in this one?
So I know I just said I think the Bengals offense, but I am taking the Bills largely because it's at home. I also think with Bills games, it always comes down to a simple thing for me. Can they stop them on the ground? I don't think Cincinnati can.
Yeah.
Who do you
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills as well. And that was the difficult part about the question, because I expect the Bengals to play extremely well offensively. But when you look at what James Cook does, especially at home, and Joe Brady just understanding who this team has to be, there's no way he watches the film from last week and goes, now I'm going to come out and get in shotgun and throw this football 40 times.
Yeah, I say Buffalo. The Buffalo defense is flawed, but they're built at least strength-wise to defend the pass more than they are the run. Yeah. This isn't a juggernaut run game, although they do it a little bit more. I say Buffalo again at home.
Bills are 12-2 when James Cook rushes for over 100 yards.
He's a good player.
He'll have to do that. Yeah,
he's a good player. Let's give him the ball.
Give him the ball. Give him the ball. With that being said, Cincinnati, no wiggle room. They got to win this game if they want to make the postseason. Coming up on First Take, what will be the big...
With the game between the Texans and the Chiefs, who do you like? And show me some tape.
I'm taking Houston. It's the best defense in football. I think it's going to be a challenge for Kansas City to score 20 points. But I would also say this. It's the most improved offensive line in football because the interior of the pocket is solidified. This past game last weekend against Indy was the most C.J. Stroud looked like 2023 since 2023. The ability to react and reset. Get the different parts of the progressions has always been the superpower for him, but it's because the interior of their offensive line at this point last year have given up 53 less pressures and 11 less sacks. This was my favorite play of the game. This looks like vintage C.J. Stroud, where he goes ball fake, wants to throw the in route to the bottom of the field, bottom of the screen. It's not there. Quickly reset and throw the ball before the receiver makes his cut to the sideline. If that's the version of this offense and CJ that we will get this weekend, on top of that defense, I think Houston goes into Kansas City and wins.
My two quarterbacks both say, you're saying that, and Alex is saying the same thing on Sundays, that C.J. Stroud looks better than the numbers might suggest. He's getting healthy and looking good, and obviously the defense is devastating. Hawk, everyone is on the Texans. What is that?
First time. When's the last time the Chiefs haven't even been on the
Chiefs are not on the screen.
Will Compton is wearing off on all of us. Like
it's disgusting.
It's starting to go. Because I always pick the Chiefs because I'm like, it's Patrick Mahomes. They're going to figure it out. I don't feel like they're going to figure it out now.
Yeah.
And so now,
Andy Reid said they're going to tickle their tonsils.
I do.
They're going to be making out. That's how confident Andy Reid is. They're going to be making out when they get there.
They're still the Chiefs, and if you look at the schedule, there's a path to the playoffs, and if they get to the playoffs, do you have any doubts that Patrick Mahomes can win in the postseason? And yes, they have issues, but whenever I see an entire screen of an opposite team in Kansas City in a primetime game, good luck with that one.
Are you hearing it right now? Kansas City's going to win this game. They're going to win out. They're going to get into the playoffs. Taylor, you're next. Steelers, Ravens. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Ravens. When you look at both of these teams, there's a lot of question marks when you're looking at the offense and the defense. You have to go with what can you do. And what the Ravens can do if they choose to do is going to be run the football. And it's going to be very uncomfortable, but get under center and run Derrick Henry more than 20 times. Everyone wants to remember the first 3 games of the season when he fumbled in the fourth quarter. That is later in the season. You have King Henry. You have a guy with the title King on your team. Give him the ball.